Hello and welcome to Don't Hit That Snooze. Today we're talking about a very, very important topic that is near and dear to both of our hearts. You want to tell them what it is? Yeah, potatoes! Yep, so we're talking about potatoes of all kinds. Well, actually, what they can be turned into. Although, do you have a potato preference? Like russet, golden, redskins?
The mic settings. So,
Oh, there you are. Now I see.
yep.
Okay, so hang on. Let's reset that. Okay. So what are we talking to them about? Even though I have already asked what your preferences on them are.
We're talking about potatoes, baby.
Yeah, potato. All right. So yes, do you have a preference in your potatoes?
No preference.
Okay. Uh, I mean, we can get to it when we start talking about mashed potatoes, but I feel like when you use different potatoes for your mashed potatoes, like a red skin versus a russet, it's a drastic difference for no apparent reason. Like, why does one taste better than the other? I don't
That is a good question. On honesty. Oh wow.
know.
Apologies. It's been a long day. Uh-oh.
Also,
I think I turned you the wrong way.
oh no. Also, um, did you watch Blue's Clues ever?
I grew up on Blue's Clues.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Like, I know the time frame, but I just I have to make sure. Do you remember there was a song where they were talking about how different fruits and vegetables grow?
Yes.
Okay, so when I say potatoes grow down in the ground, they grow down in the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I was like, that's the first thing that always comes to mind when my sister and I talk about potatoes, is that song. Grapes we go on vines, grapes we grow on vines. All right, so let's dive in just mashed potatoes.
Mm.
Oh.
I I know that sounds really bad. Just unfortunately, kind of the only time now that I have mashed potatoes is Thanksgiving, and it's sometimes just not fully mashed. It's a little lumpy,
Ah,
and that is not ideal for me.
fair, okay. What
Uh,
besides, well, you just said, yeah, okay. Huh.
and I guess the only when I had moved out with Claire, uh, when I would make mashed potatoes, money was tight.
Yeah.
So I would buy the instant in a box mashed potatoes.
Ah.
And oh my gosh, that kind of ruined me for a good long while because, it was cheap. It was uh what are the words I want? It was just so horrifically bad for you, but it tasted really, really good.
That's true.
So when you turned around and you had homemade, you're like, I could just make this for $1
Yeah.
without all the effort.
Yeah. That's
So
yeah. So as a kid growing up, mashed potatoes has always been kind of a staple of holiday meals that I would eat because it was, and I will throw myself under the bus here. I'm a super picky eater. And so you'll look at my plate at Christmas or Thanksgiving, it's all brown. So there's mashed potatoes and a roll, maybe some corn. But the way that my mom makes them versus the way that my aunt makes them, some reason there was a difference. My mom's are, and I love my mother. My mom's are oddly more starchy versus my aunt. I think it's just because she uses a crap ton of butter.
yeah, that's two totally different worlds.
Oh yeah. Um, And then now my mom just does the instant ones, which depending
Yep.
on which one you buy, they can be really, really good, or they can just suck.
Oh yeah, like the Bob Evans brand that are instant, those are pretty good.
Okay.
Like I would recommend those for the instant. Like I bought the super dirt cheap, like you mix it with water or milk in a saucepan.
Yeah.
Like it was powder. Like I wouldn't really recommend that.
That's what I use for my soups.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, where do we put this? We want to put mashed potatoes solid B, maybe?
Yeah, what would it be?
Okay.
It has to be made. There's a lot of chance for error.
Speaking of mashed potato errors, I was in charge of the hand mixer one year. I don't know if it was for Thanksgiving or what it was. And I was like, ooh, I want to make them nice and like smooth, you know? And I overmixed them. And so they turned out just very, very smooth.
A little too smooth?
A little too smooth, where if you scooped them with your spoon and turned it, they fell off like liquid. I don't know how that's even possible, but I did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I think that's worse.
Yep, it was.
I would.
It was.
I'd take the lumps.
Yep. You know. So while we're on the topic of the mashed potatoes, of course, let's go to potato soup.
Oh god. See, now I love that potato soup that you make. I think that's ass.
Why, thank you.
Yes. See, I think it just needs to be thicker, but when I have like my mashed potatoes, I love mashed potatoes super thick.
Fair, yeah.
2 C's thick.
2 C's. Maybe even 3 C's. So we put that up in certified crispy already. Right. So then backstory for everybody else, and why my soup is top tier. So it has to do with D&D. So when we first started, I think it was our second session, maybe. I had seen a potato soup recipe on TikTok, and it was already D&D themed, so I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna make this. And the first time I made it, I used real potatoes. And I did not cut them correctly. And so Briseis is standing there actively trying to mash them in the pot, and she picks up I think I have a potato masher, like specifically, or she was using something, and she pulls the masher out of the pot, and there's just a slice of potato stuck to it. And I'm like, oh, that's my bad. But that soup turned out okay.
Yeah, liked it.
But since then, I have used the instant Idahoan potatoes.
Hey.
Which then, of course, makes the soup much thicker, makes them more mashed potato-esque. And the fun thing with it is whenever Black Dawn and I make it, which is oddly very rare, but it is a process and involves a lot of ingredients, we go through an entire loaf of bread.
What?
So, because Briseis got me very into dipping the bread in my soup.
Ow.
Yeah. So we will, when we're buying the ingredients to make the potato soup, we will also buy a whole loaf of bread. And
we got carbs on carbs.
Oh yeah, we just go through that entire loaf of bread. No problem.
I love it.
But honestly, it's one of the best things to make for like just a late night fall evening.
Oh heck yeah. That's what made it so great the last time you made it, which was like what, maybe a month or so ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was cold, it was miserable. We were all bundled up, and then we had the soup, and it was like, yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
I'm glad that you like it.
Oh heck yeah, I liked it a lot.
But yeah, I used 2 packets of the Idahoan potatoes. I guess if you want it thicker, I can toss in a third.
I would like that. I don't know if the rest of the gang would like that.
That's fair. That is fair. All right. Moving on to, let's just say, the standard French fry. Like regular. Well, I guess in that aspect too, we have to think of like, because so many different restaurants do them so many different ways with just plain old French fries.
So here, do we want to call it like a fast food French fry, like how like McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's does it?
But even then, like McDonald's and Burger King, kind of similar. Wendy's does like the fresh cut with the sea salt or whatever. Yeah,
that's true. Okay, then here, rephrase. Then how about how like McDonald's and Burger King does it?
All right, yeah, we'll do a McDonald's fry.
Right. Because McDonald's does have some banging fries.
They have...
Haven't had it in like 6 months, but like, their fries, man. I would go for a Coke and a fry and be like, yep, this is all I need, baby. S tier.
That is fair.
Pretty sure.
It's very hard for them to get it wrong.
Right, but that's the thing. When they're wrong, it's the day is over. It's done.
It's done. Like, so Black Dawn and I have a slight tradition now, just because we always end up going out grocery shopping before we actually have dinner. So we will stop at McDonald's and get fries to quote unquote hold us over until dinner.
No, that's smart though, because shopping when you're hungry
awful
leads to poor decisions. I've done it so many times. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, I could eat this. And the next thing I know, I've spent $200 and I'm like,
yep.
What have I just done?
Yep. What have I bought?
What have I bought? And I'm sitting here with like 48 things I know I'm never going to eat. And I'm like, And then I'm texting my brother. I'm like, hey, do you want this? And he's like, no. I'm like,
no. That is fair. A&W too has some banging fries.
I can't comment because I haven't had them in forever.
So the mall I work at, there's an A&W in there. And so every now and then I'll go down and get some fries and maybe a corn dog.
There's a Checker/Rallies close to one of my offices, and I didn't have meal prep, so I'm like, I gotta eat something. Their fries were also stupid. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hurt later, but it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
For these glorious 20 minutes.
Yes.
So let's then go with Wendy's fries.
Okay, so Wendy's fries, I feel, are much more variable. Which sucks because they're good, but I feel like they're not as good nearly as often.
That is true. It also depends on which Wendy's you go to.
Yeah, like the one near you.
Dude, well, now you know at least.
Now I know.
But that
because
go ahead.
Like the one by my parents, because I don't have one near me anymore, which is so sad. It's for the best. I lie to myself. Wendy's is my favorite fast food place. But I lie to myself and I was like, it's for the best. But yeah, because that Wendy's reopened just a few years ago. They did a renovation and when they did that reopening, dude, I will tell you what, that food was S double plus for like 6 weeks.
Oh.
And then it nosedived.
Oh no.
I shouldn't say nosedived, but then it turned into like, a regular fast food place. And then it's like, sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks. I would put Wendy's at a B.
Okay. That's fair.
Because when it's good, it's good. And when it sucks, it's just like
it's,
you chuck them.
So let's stick with like the fast food realm. What about Arby's? Arby's fries.
The curly fries.
But see, there's also crinkle fries now.
See, I've never had their crinkle fries.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Okay, so you can judge the crinkles.
Yeah, you can judge the curly.
I will put the Arby's a step above Wendy's because I have had less problems with with Arby's than I have with Wendy's.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily rank them better tasting, but due to the lack of issues.
Fair, yeah. So funny story, from slightly early in Black Dawn and I's relationship. So there was a Wendy's that was like right in between both of our houses. And there was one time we were like, yeah, did I say Wendy's or I say Arby's? Arby's. It's Arby's. There's a Wendy's. Oh my gosh, I'm still saying Wendy's. There's an Arby's in between my house and his house. And so one time we were like, all right, we're gonna get Arby's, like milkshakes and fries, and at the time they had the pizza sliders, which were delicious. And so we pull through, we get the curly fries, and I, as a passenger, sometimes it's your job to feed the driver. So I go to hand him a fry and I pop it in his mouth, and he's like, oh, he's freaking out because it's hot. And I'm like, my idiot self was like, oh, is it hot? And
it's fine.
It's fine. And yeah. So then I think I tried to take a tiny bite of one. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah.
You've never eaten a fry first yourself?
No.
Before? Oh.
I'll do that. I'll do that with McDonald's ones. Like if I'm not driving, I'll start eating them just straight out the bag. But in that moment, no.
No, see, I'm rude. Like, sorry, Claire, sucks to suck. I'm eating a fry.
Right.
She didn't care. She always laughed at me. She's like, when am I having one? I don't know. Eventually.
Yeah. But yeah, so the crinkle fries, which are newer in the past couple years, I think, again, it's very much like Wendy's, so they might have to fall into B tier. I think they're really good, but it's always hit or miss. So there is an Arby's that's on the way to our house from like where you live. And that Arby's sometimes really, really good. Sometimes not so great. Somehow the fries end up being tasteless, which I'm just like, how does that even happen?
In the oil. Just go.
Yep. I mean, but otherwise, usually they're really good.
Right.
Because sometimes you'll get the ones that are like super crispy and it's just like, oh, delicious. Yes. And like,
see,
perfectly salted. Like, oh.
Yes, you're like, yes, more of this.
Uh-huh.
See, there's an Arby's right by my parents. It's been there forever. I think I can count on one hand the number of times I've had issues with any of the food there. So that's why I can't really knock the Arby's fries. So I'm like, it's fine.
I think you also get the issue with crinkle fries because they're slightly wider. That there's more to them, so they can end up being weirdly mushy.
Oh, that probably makes it difficult to cook. Also, people probably aren't getting the crinkle fries as often.
Right, so they're not getting cycled out as quickly as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to a great ye olden day fry. And
KFC fries suck, by the way. F.
Excuse you.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
said it.
Hold on.
Said it. Ever since KFC got rid of the wedges.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about their current fries.
Oh yeah, no. See, I meant KFC's current fries.
Oh no, I haven't had those, so I can't talk on them at all. I was talking about potato wedges.
Oh yeah, no. The KFC wedges that they used to have would have been S+ tier. I miss those.
They slapped. I was so disappointed. I pull up to KFC and I never go to KFC. But there was one day I was just like, oh, you know what? I could go for some potato wedges. I pull up to KFC. I was like, yeah, can I get the popcorn chicken and potato wedges? And they're like, we don't have the wedges anymore. I was like, what?
Right.
When did this happen?
Right. No, see, I didn't think anything of it. I'll back when I was still having fast food before the whole meal prep thing fully took over my life. KFC was like number 2 with Wendy's, so I was going there fairly regularly. And it was bad, y'all. So I was there and they're like, hey, can I have the chicken sandwich and the potato wedges? They're like, oh, we're sorry, we don't have the wedges. Do you want to try the fries? And I'm like, and I'm stupid. Like, oh, the fries have got to be good. It's got to be fine. No. I'm sitting there, I'm visiting my parents, and I'm like, what is this? My mother's looking at the look on my face. She's like, are you all right? I'm like, no.
No.
I'm so upset.
Those go right here in detail.
Trash.
Yeah, no, I have never had them, so
Yeah, no, don't. Just now, if I ever, like, whenever I do decide to go, every once in a blue moon, I just get the mashed potatoes.
They're mashed potatoes.
Oh my god, they're so good.
Yep.
I know it's probably just made of like, the tears of the dead chickens that they murder in the back, but like it's so good.
So now let's move on to something that we both ate last night. Tater tots.
Oh my god, S tier. I would drive like 20 minutes one way to go to Sonic.
Oh, yes.
To get tater tots.
You're not too far from a Sonic now, though.
No, it's much closer to me now. Now that I'm with the roommate.
Yeah.
So
you can get them anytime.
I know, which is both wonderful and terrible.
I mean the Sonic that's closest to me is still like a 15-minute drive. But I'm in between 2 Sonics actually. I don't know why I just thought about that. But yeah, I am in between 2 Sonics. They're still both like a good 10-15 minute drive. So it's like if I'm craving it, I would like to have it, and I know I can. But otherwise it's like, I probably have tater tots in my fridge.
Right, that you can make, and you can hang out in your pajamas and no bra.
Yep.
Which, I mean, you can still do in your car, but...
Yeah, not as... I don't want to be hanging out there.
Right. No.
You hit a bump and just go flying.
Woo!
Oh, but yes, because they're so darn crispy.
Oh my god, the crunch.
That's the best part about them, is that the place we went last night and then Sonic's are so dang crispy.
Oh, they're so good. And the thing is, if you go to Sonic and you come back, you're now under a time limit.
Oh yeah.
Before like that crisp is gone.
It's gone. And what's interesting too is, so like we get the Ol-Rida tater tots in a bag.
Yeah.
If you get the mini ones, those are so good, and put them in the air fryer, they get so nice and crispy. Like over the summer, was that over the summer or was that like in the fall? Whenever. I got on a kick where I was making breakfast burritos and breakfast sandwiches almost every single morning.
That was a mix of both. You held that for quite a while.
Yeah. I still get a lot of breakfast sandwiches while at work, but I have kind of put a pause on making them at home. Anyways, my breakfast burrito just consists of scrambled eggs and tater tots.
Yo.
It's good. It's so good. I put cheese in the eggs too. But I get the mini tots, I put them in the air fryer. Then you make the scrambled eggs, you put it all in a big old burrito shell, roll that up. The crunch you get, oh, it's so good. I made it yesterday, so that's why I'm like also thinking about it, which is so funny that we then had tater tots later yesterday. I was just I was totted up yesterday.
I was gonna say double the tots, baby.
Oh, but yeah, tater tots, phenomenal, delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and I actually have a recipe book that is specifically for dishes you can make with tater tots.
Yo.
And one of them is pizza tots.
Mm.
And for like a solid month, when I was still living at my parents', I would make those at least once a week. And I'm probably gonna mess it up, but you like coat the tots in oil, toss them in the oven for a little bit, par bake them, take them out, put all the like pizza toppings, so like sauce, cheese, and Italian seasonings on them, and then toss it back in the oven for the cheese to melt. Oh my goodness. They're so good.
Okay.
I will have to send you the actual recipe for them later, but yeah.
Yes.
I haven't made them in a while. Like I haven't made them maybe in like 3 years, but they're delicious. All right. Moving right along. What scalloped potatoes.
Is that the cheesy potatoes? The
Yes.
au gratin?
Yes.
Dude,
they can be really good or they can suck.
See, and that's the thing. Like, they are personally my favorite potato ever. Mm-hmm. So, while I am impulse to say S, since they but you're absolutely right. Since they have the chance to suck,
yep.
I think that knocks them down to A.
Fair enough. So expand on that. Why are they your favorite?
They just taste really good. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the combination of like cheese and potato and like the long cook time makes everything just like marinate into one happy carb cornucopia.
Fair, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It could also be like a childhood thing because scalloped potatoes is just something that I have had like each Thanksgiving, every Thanksgiving, my entire existence.
Oh. And who makes them?
My mom.
Okay.
Mama Ghost. Yeah. And it's not like it's an old passed down family recipe. It's out of a box.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that those could just come in a box.
Oh yeah, for real.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to ask her or I'll have to find it because you can like buy it at the grocery mart. The big chain one by us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll find it and send it to you. You'll recognize the box when you see it.
Probably.
Yeah.
The wedding that we had just gone to, Black Dawn and I, one of the foods that they had was the cheesy scalloped potatoes.
Yeah. And
the interesting way that they served them, they did it buffet style, but they had it in a giant skillet.
Oh.
Yeah. It was that and the mac and cheese, which I thought was super redundant. So like you're gonna get scalloped potatoes and then you're also getting mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for like the pickier people.
I mean, that was literally what my plate was the potatoes and mac and cheese and like 4 rolls. So
There you go. See, you were covered.
Yep. But the best, honestly, the potatoes were the best thing at the wedding.
Right.
Food-wise. Of course. Let me throw that back out there. Food-wise, they were the best things at the wedding. I mean, I was also sick at the time, but still.
Oh.
But yeah, the potatoes were the best thing there. So totally understandable. But there have been other times in life where I just am like, I'm not too sure about these. All right. Ooh, okay. And this is a favorite that we have at work. Taco Bell's Fiesta potatoes.
I don't know a thing about that.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you.
Taco Bell is not my drug of choice.
It's not mine either. So, I'm going to put them in A tier because sometimes they can be a little too squishy. They are diced potatoes with like seasonings, and they're fried, and then they have sour cream and nacho cheese on top. Yes. Black Dawn had me try them, and I think in the past I've had them too, but to like double check if I liked them, Black Dawn had me try them again slightly recently, sometime last year, I think. Because he was going to make his own homemade version of them, which turned out really good. But they are, and then also my coworker, when I got my wisdom teeth out, she was super nice, and she was trying to figure out things that I could eat. And she's like, oh, how about the Fiesta potatoes? I'm like, yeah, I could probably fit those in my mouth, and I could. And it was nice to have something that was
solid.
Yeah, that was not just oatmeal and smoothie and disgusting. But they are delicious. Sometimes they can put a little bit too much sour cream, but if you like sour cream, it might be a good thing.
Right.
But I would, even though like I don't do Taco Bell, once again, it's in the mall, so like I, go there more often than I should. But if you get a chance, just stop, get some Fiesta potatoes and just try them, because they're pretty darn good.
Wait, I don't know if Taco Bell does it anymore. They did like some sort of potato griller, I think it was.
I know they have either a taco or a burrito that has the potatoes in it.
I don't remember. This was a few years back.
I don't know.
Can I do the taco? Taco Bell.
There's a potato soft taco. Oh, griller. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's yeah, they still have something that's kind of like this, I think.
That was pretty good. I only had it like once or twice. Again, not my drug, not my choice.
Fair.
I would put that into like the B tier.
Okay.
I would defer judgment to someone who is more well versed.
Save it right now. That's a little. That's Chipotle. Oh, maybe that's the. Yeah. So while we're at Taco Bell, I realize. My bad. Have you had the nacho fries?
I have not.
Okay, so I'm still gonna toss them in here because I enjoy them.
Have at it.
Which again, much like the others, can be really, really good, or they can be very limp. And we don't like limp fries.
You know what? If I realized this was going to take such a Taco Bell slant, I should have like texted Claire and dragged her onto this, because she would have been the absolute authority on this.
It's only the 3 things from Taco Bell.
That's true.
The nacho fries, and of course they've taken them away, brought them back several times over the past couple of years.
I can't stand that.
It's so annoying because sometimes I'll be like, okay, I really want some nacho fries. And I look on their app and it's like, oh, we don't have them anymore. I'm like, excuse you. And then like a month or so later, it's like, hey, the nacho fries are back. I'm like, well, you're too darn late now.
Right.
But very similar to the crinkle cuts, they are a thicker fry. So they can be a bit too squishy at times, but the seasoning on them is very, very good.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'd say if you're somebody who normally likes a seasoned fry, like Cajun fries or something, I'd say definitely at least give them a try at some point. What other potato things are there?
We got sweet potato casserole, which is another favorite of mine.
I will defer to you on that because I've never had it.
Biased as all get out. I would call that S tier, but
Okay.
that's because I have an absolute sweet tooth. So this is not for the savory people.
Fair enough.
The one that Mom makes is it is it is the sweet potatoes with marshmallows, and she does put like candied walnuts on it. So this is, yes. If I recall correctly, this was again a Thanksgiving thing. So listen, I sat there and I just picked out the walnuts and I had a great time.
My mom makes one too, and she does the marshmallows on top, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't put nuts on it.
Listen, the rest of the family goes nuts for it, so I'm like, okay, so Ma knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Does she use regular size marshmallows or minis?
I do not recall. It's got to be minis. Because she does a small little 8x8.
Okay. My mom has, I think it's also an 8x8, but it's a casserole. Jesus. A casserole dish, so it's a bit deeper. And so she does the full size, but she might cut them in half. I don't know.
Oh no, see, Mom is stressing herself out and trying to do 4 different sides at once, so she's like, mini mallows, go.
You can just be chucked on there, it's fine.
Right. Listen, the rest of the family never judges. They're just like, hey, food.
Food.
Yeah.
All right, so in the vein of the sweet potatoes, have you had sweet potato tater tots?
What?
Yes. So
oh my god, what?
There are sweet potato tater tots.
I had no knowledge of this.
Yes. So, they are delicious, and especially if you like sweet potatoes, you will like these. I'm gonna toss them in A because it's been a couple years since I had them. But at Greenfield Village, they have sweet potato tater tots.
Oh my god.
So when I was younger, when we would go to Greenfield Village, we would get the sweet potato tater tots. And my mom and I would just throw them back. Like, these are the best things in existence. And then my mom discovered that they sell them like frozen in bags like regular tater tots. So the next time you go shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've tried like sweet potato fries a couple of times, and I was just like, they don't really taste like.
They're not as
They don't taste any different. Right.
In my opinion, they're not. The fries, they're okay.
Right.
They're not as good.
They're not. It's like, I might as well just. They seem like denser in a way, and it's like, I might as well just get regular fries.
Yep.
Like, maybe I just haven't gotten the right one. Because, listen, I've ordered them very few and far in between because I'm not risking my fries like that.
Do you want to put sweet potato fries in C or B?
I would put them in C, personally, because I haven't found one that I've really been impressed by.
No. The nice thing with the tater tots is they dust them in, like, cinnamon sugar.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
They're so good. I haven't had them in several years, but they are good.
I can't wait for someone to find this list and be like, actually, if you go to this place and have sweet potato fries, I'm like, yes.
Yes,
Tell me.
Give me the location.
Yes, share the list. Share the knowledge. Don't gatekeep.
Yep, we will go immediately.
Yes. Tell us, because we like to eat.
So I guess this is, it's a combo dish, I guess. But have you, and this is something that Black Dawn makes all the time, chicken and potatoes chopped up together in like a dish.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so let me be very real here. I cannot stand the concept of mixing foods together.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Not beating those neurodivergent allegations whatsoever.
Dang it, they don't have like a good picture of it. But so the way Black Dawn does it, and I think it's a recipe he found off of TikTok. He chops up the chicken and the potatoes to be the same size, essentially. Where they're cut very similar to the Fiesta potatoes, where they're just the little itty bitty cubed potatoes. And then cooks them, like seasons the chicken, seasons the potatoes, covers the whole thing with cheese and I think like a garlic Parmesan sauce. Chucks that bad boy in the oven. Delicious. Is delicious. But yeah, I can understand the concept of not wanting to mix them. I did initially when I was like the first time that I had them, and chicken is essentially a new concept for me over the past 2 years.
Oh.
Yes.
Welcome to protein, baby. Yeah, the cheapest protein there is.
For real.
It's all I seem to eat these days.
So when he made it initially, I was kind of trying to like feel out which ones were potatoes. And it'll trick you. You'll think something is a potato, go to bite it, and you're like, that was actually chicken.
Surprise.
Right, yeah. Surprise, chicken. But it's good. It's if we had a decent picture, I would have probably put it in A. But this is also me being biased because I think my boyfriend is a wonderful chef. So
we're trying to look at the food as ideal as it is, but also trying to be realistic about it.
Very true.
Like,
very
ideally,
true.
This is it. But in the world that we're in, this is how it tends to roll.
Yeah. I mean, some other people might have lesser opinions on McDonald's fries. Like,
right.
That's fine.
But this is our tier list and not theirs. And that's okay. Like, someone might have, like, the KFC Famous Bowl at the S Plus tier. Meanwhile, that would make me bust out in hives, and no. But good for them.
Right? What is another way that people serve potatoes? Or another fry that you can think of?
Waffle fries.
Ah, yes.
I like waffle fries, baby.
I do enjoy me a good waffle fry. Have you, and I don't know why this comes up, but have you watched a video of how waffle fries are made?
No, and now that you ask that, I really want to know.
So it's just in the way that they're cut. So there's a certain it's not a knife, it's like a big old slicer thingy.
That's what I called it.
Like a slicer, maybe. I don't know. But Black Dawn the other night, oh, that's the wrong photo, had asked me for whatever reason how waffle fries are made. And I was like, oh, it's just like a slicer. And we're like, huh? So I pull up a YouTube video and it's literally you slice the potato one way, turn it, slice it again, and you just keep rotating the potato so that you get the little holes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. So
Well,
we've
that's fascinating.
putting these bad boys in A or certified crispy.
I mean, I've never ran into a bad waffle fry, so I'm down for certified crispy unless you've had some sort of international incident.
No, the only thing that I can think of is when you get the butt.
Ah.
Yeah. That's the only bad waffle fry time that I can think of.
Yeah.
Because I mean they're doing the whole potato, so you're gonna get the butt at some point.
Yeah. No, fair.
But yeah, no, I agree. Waffle fries are
Pretty legit.
really good.
Speaking of more fries.
Mm.
Shoestring fries.
Okay.
See, dang it, I opened my mouth. Now I gotta talk about it.
Yes, you do.
Sure do. I don't know, I feel like this is another real hit or miss. Because they can either be really good or they can be burnt.
True. They can be way too overdone.
Mm-hmm. Like me and the roommate just went out to eat on Friday, and the shoestrings we had there, immaculate perfection, beat out the burgers by like a county mile. And I'm like, I could, right? Like, and I was like, I could just come back here for the fries. But something that can be a little difficult with shoestrings, it's like if you want them with ketchup or some sort of dip, you better have like 6 of them.
Yep.
So, oh gosh, do I want A or B?
We've been putting the hit or miss ones in B, so
B then. Okay. Let's pretend to be consistent.
Okay. Now sticking with the fry area, garlic parmesan fries.
I've never had them.
Oh my goodness.
My world is very small, DeWitt.
I thought mine was.
Listen, so in some ways my world is very large, and other ways my world is very tiny. Unlike you, I was very picky for a very long time.
Fair, yeah.
And in the past few years, I've finally like started eating more because my family is like, "You will eat this."
Oh, see, mine, they eventually got to the point that we're like, nah, she's not gonna eat it. It's fine. But now, since moving out, my flavor profile has grown just slightly.
No, getting older, it's just like, nah, my flavor profile has also changed, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's just shut up and try it.
Sometimes that's my motto, but sometimes then I smell the thing that I'm about to try, and I'm like, never mind. However, garlic parmesan fries, I'm immediately gonna put them in B because they can be very hit or miss depending on who is making them. It's very much like when you get crazy bread and they've put too much of the butter and the parmesan garlic in them. Where it's overwhelming to the point you can't really taste the garlic. Yeah. But there is I don't know if they're still there, but at a market there was a little food truck that was selling garlic parmesan fries. They were delicious. Like they were so good. But then there's been other times that I get them and I'm like, these suck. Oh, I remember now, because I've had them slightly recently. There's a chicken place that Black Dawn and I went to, and I was like, oh, garlic parmesan fries. I'll get those. It tasted like chlorine. I don't know what the issue was with them, but they tasted like chlorine.
That's horrific.
Oh, yeah. But otherwise, if they are done correctly, they can be really, really good. So, yeah.
Okay.
Um, What else you got?
I'm working on it. I'm out of options.
What about Red Robin's fries?
Yes, A.
Yep.
Because I don't think their fries have ever been like poorly cooked.
True.
And they've always been well seasoned. And if they're not well seasoned, there's more seasoning on the table.
Yep. And always add more seasoning.
Yes. Oh, sweet potato dishes.
What is it? You said A, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my mom, every restaurant she goes to, she gets extra crispy fries. And I never think to say it at Red Robin for some reason.
Yeah.
Because that's where they're the best, when they're extra crispy.
Oh.
Yeah. Cuz I'll take like one or two from her plate and just, it's like the tater tots. You get that crunch.
Oh.
Yeah. But then I go back to my own and I'm like, they're not as good as the extra crispy ones.
So this kind of sucks.
Yeah. Still good, but
Still good, but not as good.
yeah. And Red Robin has bottomless fries, so like, you can always get more.
Right? I don't think I've ever asked for a second plate of fries.
I haven't either. It's kind of like when you go to Olive Garden and they're like, yeah, we have the bottomless pasta. And I'm like, I'm not making it through this first bowl.
Right. Thanks, though.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Olive Garden in... How old am I? No, because I went on a particular birthday. So, yeah, no. In almost 13 years.
Oh my.
Yes. No, actually, no, that's wrong birthday. At least 10 years.
Okay.
We'll just give it that. At least a decade.
You said Red Robin or Olive Garden?
Oh, I meant to say Olive Garden.
Oh, I think you did. That's why I just wanted to clarify.
Yes.
That's so funny because me and one of my friends, that's probably one of the restaurants we go to the most.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, they just the food that they presented to me and another friend that we were also celebrating the birthday of, because he and my birthday were within just a few days of each other. We're like, oh, we'll celebrate our birthdays, and all of us got together.
Yeah.
It was me, my roommate, another friend, and the friend's husband, who was like my birthday buddy.
Yeah.
We all went, and then the birthday buddies and my food both sucked. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back here. And then I just never did. Because there's just other places around.
That's totally fair. The last time that I went with my other friend, we sat down and it was the most awkward meal that we have ever had, because right next to us, this couple just started fighting out of nowhere. And it was awkward for just the entire like area of tables.
Oh no, see, you and I would have fun with that, because I would just be talking smack the whole time and you would be sitting there trying not to laugh, and then you and I would maybe but then again, we'd get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted so badly to intervene. I'm like, I know it's not my place.
Right, be like, yo, what's up?
But I wanted to be like, there's other people around, right?
Right, like, you were literally fighting in an Olive Garden.
Yeah. What is it?
Like,
is it that one? Is it Olive Garden's slogan where it's when you hear your family?
Yes. So they're taking it quite literally. It's like, we're gonna fight in front of grandma.
Yep. But anyway, we got off topic. We could have a pasta tier list in the future. However,
oh my god, yes. That'll be fun.
That'll be good, yes.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, what else do we have as far as potatoes?
I'm a potato. Listen, I think we've been at this for like an hour.
That's
and the
totally
fact that
fair.
and the fact that it's taken that long for me to bust that out, you should be proud of me.
I thought you were about to like come in here and say that first thing.
I considered it. Dude, baked potato.
Oh yeah, good old baked boy. I hate myself. What did I just do? No, not again.
All right, I think we're done.
Ah! How? How? Crap. Okay, wait, no. I can just hang on. I can just upload all of these pictures.
Do you remember where everything went?
Vaguely. I can. Okay, McDonald's was S. The wedges were.
Wedges was also S.
Yep. Okay. Okay. These were B. The Wendy's was also B. Curly fries were A. Garlic parm fries were B. Shoestring was A, right?
Yes.
Waffle was S.
Yes.
Potatoes were A. Au gratin was A.
Yes.
Yeah. Soup was S. Sweet potato tots was B.
Yes.
Red Robin was A. Tater
Yes.
tots were S.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes were B, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't either. I think that was C. Those were B. Sweet potato casserole was S for you. Sweet potato fries.
I think those were a B.
B, okay. And then KFC fries were D.
Yes.
Okay. That might be wrong, but it's fine. We have a list back. So this time I messed up because I have a back and a forward button on my mouse, and my thumb accidentally hit the back one. That's how that happened.
You need to disable that.
Honestly. Okay, so sweet.
We're gonna call Black Dawn.
Baked potato. Okay. So, what do you put on your baked potatoes?
See, this will absolutely explain why I don't care for baked potatoes, because when I was young, all we got on our baked potatoes was butter.
Oh.
Well, because we had baked potatoes at home.
Oh.
Salt and butter.
Fair. I, for the very longest time, and even kind of still, just scoop out the innards and have just mashed potatoes. However, there is now a baked potato place at the mall that I work at.
Hey.
And the way they do it, which I really, really like, is cheese, bacon, and corn.
What?
And sour cream. It is delicious. Because then they put it on there. They don't pile it on there. They put it on there like separated in rows, kind of. But then you just take your fork and you just mix it all up. It's so good.
Huh.
It's delicious. So I'm gonna toss it in A because
have at it, because I
it's good in my opinion.
It's
in
good.
my heart.
If I never had another baked potato, I really wouldn't care.
That's fair. I mean, the baked potatoes cost $12. So I've only ever had them twice. But they can be really good.
Okay. Have you ever had poutine?
I have not. Have you?
No.
So then
I just remember
we won't talk about it.
No. Well, I remember we were literally talking about places to eat yesterday, and that potato place came up.
Yep.
We should have ate at the potato place yesterday.
Well, but we got really good tater tots.
We did. We got amazing tater tots.
Okay, how about oven roasted?
Oven roasted what?
Potatoes. What are we talking
about? Well, I didn't know if you meant like oven roasted, like diced, or like these Hasselback potatoes that I've never had in my life.
I don't think
I need more adjectives.
I don't know. I just this picture popped up in Google search when I did a baked potato, and it just says oven roasted baby red potatoes. So that's all I got for you.
I've never had them. I mean, they look appetizing.
I do. But yeah, so if we've never had them, we're not even gonna look at them.
Yep.
Oh, I had a thought in mind and it vanished.
There was a word for the particular diced potato. And I lost it.
Oh, have you ever had... We haven't even talked about chips.
Do we want to talk about...
Let's just stick with like plain old potato chips. Just
okay.
Regular, like, let's just say Lay's. Lay's potato chips. Thoughts? Opinions?
I would stick them on A tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
that's
like crispy. You can find the Lay's in the variety of the word escaped me, flavors.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Chips. You said A, right?
Yes.
A. Potato chips are solid. We could do a potato chip cheer list too at some point.
That would be cool because there's so many different types of potatoes.
So many.
Because like Funyuns, yeah. What about plain just diced cube potatoes that you like throw in the oven?
See, that's so funny. That's what the chicken and potatoes that I was thinking of is made with.
Oh.
Yeah. Diced potatoes.
Okay. All right. So no, never mind. That's already been kind of called in.
No. But like, because now you're in on the conversation. So
yeah.
go for it.
Now I properly understand. Then yeah, A. I like those a lot because those usually have like just a little bit of crisp to them. Mm-hmm. And you season them, yeah, those are good.
I know we said we were not going super into chips, but have you had butterfly chips?
No.
Oh. So these
I've had better made, which kind
of. So these are what you get at like a carnival, where they it's like a specific peeler that they use, and it's essentially one continuous chip. Because they use like a whole potato and then it's one continuous chip. And they load it with like sour cream and cheese and bacon bits. I'm going to toss them into B because they can be really, really good or they can come out soggy somehow.
Oh,
What's going on?
I'm double checking that it looks the way I think it looks. Yeah. Potato pancakes.
I have never had those, I don't think.
It's a Polish thing. There's a restaurant. I don't know how close or far it is from you. They're very good.
Is it these crispy ones?
Hold on. I don't have you in full view. Hold on. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I like to have mine with ketchup. Dad's the authority. He says, yeah, ketchup is good. You should also try it with did he say applesauce? I think he was telling me one side. Or was he saying something else? Polish food was supposed to go with applesauce. I suddenly don't remember. I just remember he told me applesauce, and I kind of looked at him sideways. He's like, don't look at me like that. It's really good. I was like, and Mom was nodding along with him. I was like, okay, I guess.
I'll take your word for it.
Right. I'm like, okay. But no, I would put those in A tier.
Okay. Here, looking at those, I realize we haven't talked about hash browns.
Oh my god, yeah, because the hash browns are pretty much the same thing as potato pancakes.
Now, I will ask, do you like them as rectangles or do you like them loose?
I prefer them as rectangles, but I will eat them loose.
Okay, so we're going to do two separate then. So we'll do them as rectangles and as the actual like hash.
Okay.
So the crispy rectangular boys. Yes. Where did the picture go? They are so darn good.
Oh my god, yes.
Now this is me eating a ton of breakfast sandwiches. So the way that I get my breakfast sandwiches and sometimes how I make them here at home, I will do a plain bagel with cream cheese, a cooked egg, and then cheese, and a hash brown. It is delicious. You get that nice crunch from the hash brown. Just tossing it out there. Like,
yes.
If you're ever thinking, how should I make a breakfast sandwich today? That is how you should do it.
Heck yeah.
So then anyways, hashed hash browns.
A.
Fair?
Because every time I've gone to a restaurant, the loose hash never has the crunch of like the fast food style.
Yep.
And like, I'm sure the restaurant is like a much higher quality and like actually much better for me than like the fast food hash. But
yeah, there's something about it, and I realize, yes, they're potatoes, but they can be too potato-y.
Yes.
But I totally agree with the crisp on them. Like they're so hit or miss. Like what I find so interesting with the hash browns is the crisp on the top, and then underneath they're not.
Yeah, that drives me insane. It's like, why is this crispy and everything else is like almost soggy? Yeah,
I have never understood that. And even like with these pictures, you can clearly see everything on top crispy, underneath not. Like it doesn't compute in my brain at all. Yeah. Now, hot take with both types, with the rectangles and the hashed. I put syrup on them. Thoughts?
I'm not surprised to hear that. I've heard other people doing that as well.
Okay.
I mean, whatever gives you joy, have at it. I, of course, ketchup fiend.
Fair enough. It is just a big French fry. So.
Yep.
I think keeping my thumb off the back button right now. I think we have a solid list here.
Hey, look, and only one failure.
Yeah, only one. Yeah.
Here we go. We got it.
There we go. I downloaded it this time, so we made sure that we have it. Yeah. All right. So at the tippy top, which it didn't save the certified crispy, but the ones that are certified crispy, we have potato soup, specifically made by me. We have McDonald's fries, potato wedges from KFC, waffle fries, tater tots, sweet potato casserole, and rectangular hash browns. Down in the A tier, we have Arby's curly fries, shoestring fries, Fiesta potatoes from Taco Bell, potatoes au gratin, or scalloped potatoes, whichever you want to call them, Red Robin fries, baked potatoes, potato chips, with diced potatoes, potato pancakes, and hash browns. Then down in B tier, we got Arby's crinkle cut fries, Wendy's fries, garlic parm fries, sweet potato tater tots, mashed potatoes, nacho fries from Taco Bell, sweet potato fries, and butterfly chips. And then I don't remember down in C, I don't remember what this was called. The potato griller?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And then down in D tier, we have the trash KFC fries. Sounds like a pretty darn good list to me.
Yeah.
But that
and
is...
of course, sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you have any disagreements, please send your comments or messages to either of us as to why and where we can get food that would prove your point.
Yeah, give in the comments, give us, or in chat here, give us potato recommendations, because we are down to try most any potato.
Yes.
But that is all we have for Don't Hit That Snooze today. Join us again next time. Don't know what we're talking about. Maybe it'll be the pasta tier list. We shall see. But we shall be right back.
Beep, beep.